Journeyman, journeywomen, this is Hero's Journey with Dr. D, here to encourage, to motivate, to educate, to inspire, creating a better mindset today and helping you get beyond your first move. And tonight, you know what it is. You know what it is. And I just wanted to let you know, if you find any value in this content, go ahead and help me help you so we can help others by clicking subscribe, share, comment. Give me the thumbs up. So by doing that, you come together with me. You help me make it better tomorrow, today. So come with me. I am tonight is the it was the recap, update, and pre and Q and A. Wait for it. Wait for it. Instead, now it's the preview, update, and Q and A. It's been one of those weeks. All right. Okay. So what we do is that I'm gonna open up the chats. So I'm gonna show the chat on the side. I'll put the links into on the side. If anybody's called in, I will go through the called in list, and then we'll get to the Q and A section. What I will do is that I'll put everybody in the back room and I'll bring them up. Now, preferably this week is a go, and my sound is good as well as my visuals, and the systems are not jacked up. I do not have technical difficulties. So tonight, you know what it is. It is the recap or the preview, the update, and the Q and A. And what the Q and A is on a video that has not been done yet, but a video that will be done. That's why it's called the preview. It's called how oh how to filter negative thoughts. How to filter negative thoughts. I'm gonna quit chat. Okay, thanks, Paula. So what we're gonna do? Sounds good. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Give me a cheer. Yeah. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So so what I'm going to talk about, I'm doing the video on will be talking about negative emotions, not negative emotion, but the negative thoughts, because every thought starts from somewhere outside of ourselves at one time or another. So let me explain. You generally think that you receive is two areas where you receive your thoughts. So first, you have to know the origins of the thoughts, and the thoughts come. They come through the connection of our five senses. You know what we see, we feel. You know we touch, you taste. All five of the senses, we will receive information that will actually be stored within in our system. In the amygdala, amygdala is actually like a library, even though it's the catalyst for the fight or flight or freeze. It's like a library. It's a library, and what it does, it stores up information and that we receive during our everyday lives, um, for a specific time that it needs to be utilized. So what happens is that it receives things from your senses, and also it pulls things from your memory. It receives things from your senses and pulls things from your memory. A lot of times people will think that they're being affected by everything's outside of them currently, but it's possible that not only they're affected by things on the outside, yeah, externally, but it's the internal stuff that once upon a time was on the outside that affected them, and they put in it internal, and then it's been archived in the amygdala. The amygdala process, the amygdala area, it's like an almond, and what it does, it sends the information to the thalamus, and thalamus sends everything, the messages to um, the prefrontal cortex, which is the educational part. It's the analytical and it's the logic part of our brain. It's how we really process things in a technical manner. It's the things that when we're structured and we're dignified, or we're in order, so to speak. Um, but the amygdala kind of shoots it down, and then you go to fight or flight. The thalamus shoots it the information to the amygdala, as well as it's processed through the amygdala, and and then it's sent out to the prefrontal cortex as well. Prefrontal cortex takes a while to process the information, but the amygdala does not take any time at all because while it's the storing element of the brain, it stores the information. It's like the library. It's the safety mechanism as well. And you have to understand that we receive two types of thoughts. We receive toxic thoughts and good thoughts. And the toxic thoughts will be uh, bitterness, uh, disruption, all the things that you consider negative and dark. Those are toxic. And sometimes not only do we have toxic thoughts, we have toxic people that are pivotal in giving us or installing toxic thoughts within our memories. You have certain relationships in our past that were the origin of toxic thoughts that we internalize and we keep. And then something triggers it and then it comes out. And then our whole day is negative. A whole day is negative. So it's you to filter it, you need to understand. And I will do the video and I will break down some things on the video to actually explain some stuff in more detail about how we do decipher between the good thoughts and the bad thoughts. But not only how do we decipher between the good thoughts and the bad thoughts, the thing is, how do we kick them out? How do you kick the bad thoughts out or put them back on the shelf? It's some thoughts that don't even need to be entertained. While the amygdala is the library, it's some books that never need to be pulled down because they just tear up your whole day. They just jack it up. So, so we need to be able to decipher what we take in. We have five senses for a purpose, and that's to receive things so we can process them. And we need to be responsible about how and what we are receiving. We need to be responsible about what we allow to go in our eyes and what we allow to go in our ears. What things we allow to be affected by our senses because that affects us. I've written this good book, As a Man Thinketh, So Is He. So if a man if you if you think if you are the summation of your thoughts, it would make sense to evaluate your thoughts. But how often do we think about what we're thinking about? Or do we allow the thoughts that come in to roam rampant? I believe that you should not let any thought go unchecked. Because if the thoughts go unchecked, then the experience, the situation, or the person is ruling your life, and you are not. Don't let the external stimuli affect your internal peace. But the state may be, but the question may be, well, Dr. D, I don't really have any peace. That's the issue. No, did we say it's going to be easy? No, it's a process. It's time. It's time. Everything is about discipline. If you fall down seven, make sure you get up on the eighth time. Just keep getting up. The goal is, like I say, every time in the video, every day you give a vertical, make it your goal and not to look back and to always move forward. Even if it's an inch, push, push. If you got to punch an inch, a half an inch, but still you're here to be able to push. And then we have a lot of things that, and see, fear and faith are the catalyst of everything. Um, Fear is the catalyst of anxiety, dilemma, depression. I mean, fear is because it stimulates within our system and it just messes us up. There's a lot of things that because fear is a toxic. It's a toxic thought. Now, faith is when you try to step out against fear. It's not the absence of fear. It's pushing through in light of fear. In light of fear. How do you push through in light of fear? Steady. Sometimes slow, sometimes fast. But the goal is to always push. Don't let the situation on the outside affect your internal state of being, because your state of being affects your state of mind. And your state of mind affects your attitude, and your attitude affects things around you. It actually repels. It pulls your attitude pulls people to you or pull people away from you. Now I know some people say I don't want to deal with people, and I believe that a lot of people don't want to deal with people because people are inconsistent. And when you put your heart out there, and when you're a trusting person, and when somebody stumps on it, you don't want to get crushed again. I don't. Nobody wants to get crushed again. You just want to go ahead and say, "Ah!" Nobody wants to be slapped again. Nobody wants to be kicked. Nobody wants to be shot. Every time you put yourself out there, there's somebody got a gun and just shoot. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling, especially when you are putting yourself out and make yourself vulnerable. But we live. We live to try again. However, the goal is to observe what's toxic and what's not. The goal is not to allow toxic things rule us. Can we not allow toxic things to rule us? And the question is, a lot of times we believe that, well, toxic things or people or situations I can stay away from. But a lot of times it's not the things or the situations in our current state that's affecting us. It's the things of yesteryear that keep ruling our current day, keep coming back and coming back. And you relive that situation over and over again because every thought has an emotion to it, and every emotion has a feeling. Every emotion has a feeling. So if you don't get in control of that thought, you'll never control that emotion. And if you get a control of that emotion, you'll never control the feeling that comes with that emotion. Now, all emotions not bad. You got negative emotions, you get positive emotions. You want more of the serotonin. Serotonin, you want more of the good stuff, but less of the bad. All right. That's pretty much my preview. Now I will go like I did say I was gonna go about three things. And the three things will be in the video that I put up. Um, three things that it's first off, it's three statements that John it's three statements that a lot of people hear that you think they're positive but really are negative. I will state that in the video. And I will try to give two or three steps, a process of how you can actually just work on delineating the negative thoughts so you can focus on creating a better tomorrow. You got to clear the negative stuff. It's taking too much real estate, doesn't pay rent. The negative thoughts take up too much real estate, doesn't pay rent, and doesn't prepare a pleasant path for your future. So the goal is to put the negative away, to pull on the positive, and push toward the future with bright lights. Yay! Cheers! All right. All hearts and minds clear. So what we're gonna do? That's my update. Will be that video. The video will be how to filter to how to filter negative thoughts, how to handle your thoughts. I really believe if we can get just a fraction better every day in controlling our thoughts, then we have a happier tomorrow. A happier tomorrow. All right, that is my update. Now we are going to the Q and oh man, I didn't put the let me put the link in the chat. All right. I put the link in the chat. So those who come in the back room, come in the back room. But in the meantime, I'm going to go through the chat. Let me pull this music down. I'm going to the chat. So I'm respond to the chat. All right. Does anxiety, anxious thoughts count as negative? Yes. Anxiety, anxious thoughts do count as negative thoughts because what it does is it it's the same physical activity. Then put this then put this. It's the same physical effect that excitement has on your body. It's just your lens is different. Your perspective of the situation or the person or the environment is different. But your body's actually doing the exact same thing. But you don't see it as bad. You don't see it as good, you see it as bad. So fear is the catalyst of anxiety. All right. I see you in the back room. Let me ask you a question first, Paula. Paula, I see you. People are also very needy and time consuming. Ah! Let me get that off. I still if avoiding the triggers does not work, then I need to learn how to adapt the triggers. Just don't pull it. Let me pull you in. All right.
Like I am having issues tonight. So hang on. I don't know. Can you see me at all?
Perfect. I see he's perfect.
Okay. I only see part of me, but my trigger, remember I told you about the dude that kept showing up and showing up?
Right.
So by day 5 or 6 of this, I'm already on edge all day, anticipating bad shit to come. It may not. It did. And I reacted badly. How do you, when you cannot control who comes into your environment, control the anxiety and the anger? Because I mean, it affected me for days after. I stormed out of the doctor's office. I cussed out the disability lady. I mean, granted, if that had happened by itself, fine. But when you add all that shit up, it's very hard to control. I wanted to run people over. Those doctors and nurses look like bowling pins. I was having very, very negative thoughts.
Was he the initiator of everything?
Yes, because he was constantly harassing and invading, and I have no control. When I tell somebody 4 times, 5 times, I'm not interested, go away, don't show up at my house, and you still get stalker like, my anxiety is heightened to the point that even after I've blown up at that person, I'm affected for days after. Just like this, the tense, the anxiety. And it's like, how do you bounce back quicker than I'm apparently doing?
Your refractory period is extended.
Right.
Extended because
Like
right.
I'm on edge that much longer.
Your attitude becomes a mood. Mood becomes a temperament. The temperament becomes a personality trait, and you won't have a personality trait that's stuck with you. That that sometimes your body start acting even if nobody's around.
Well, that's why I like being alone so much. People are the triggers, and I'm happy in my little world, and I have no control when people come into it
Right.
except to tell them to leave. And if they don't, then I get real freaking ill.
So what do people represent?
Trouble, problems, pressure. Apparently, I'm going to lose a battery here. It says it's charging. I don't know. You may lose me. I'll try and get on the laptop if you do. But
Okay.
yeah, people are, I mean, some people are wonderful and nice, and I love them in small doses. But I still, I mean, since the accident, I am not the same person. I have to be doing something, and people are stopping me from doing my something. So it's nice and it's sweet, but I got shit to do, and I know that sounds awful, and I don't know how to change. I don't even want to change it. I like that I'm happy alone. You know,
How, is it the issue would the issue more so be that you don't know how to address the person without that this person actually affects your money. So
I I don't know how to calm down and rid myself of the tension, anxiety, and anger for days after an event, especially one that has built up like that one did. I need to learn how to let it go faster because I hate being miserable. I hate being angry. It's exhausting.
you get okay. It's is one thing you can do. You can to quickly reset yourself is is really breathing, but is breathing. But that's the purpose of the meditation. Actually, really to reset yourself.
Right.
Like it's, I one technique that you breathe twice as you blow out.
Guess
I
nicotine
mean,
doesn't count.
what's that?
I guess nicotine doesn't count.
Well, you get you
That's
can't
what
and
I've been
then
breathing.
you get,
Hmm. Like you can't smoke enough.
no, it's no, your the purpose of the meditation, which is one of the biggest purposes is breathing, but the breathing actually to get control of you, your inner you,
So I've
because
just
you're
got to remember to do this.
right because it is going haywire. Something triggers you with anybody for the most part. Sometimes, if you was in a heated discussion or something like that, if you ain't got the tools to deal with it, you put that CD on. That well,
If
put
they're
the me
still in your driveway, you can't do that. I
no.
mean, yes, I could. I could slam the door, I could walk in, I could turn my shit on. But then I'm still fucking pissed that they didn't listen. Sorry. It was like, people are dense.
Yeah. Okay. What have you told him?
I have told him why I don't want to date, why I don't want to date him specifically. I have told him that I am not a people person. I work during the day. Don't show up at my house. Leave me the fuck alone. I mean, I've gotten a lot less tactful as
Y-
he kept harassing and texting and showing up. I got progressively meaner.
Do you have a relationship with the police?
No, I live way out here where we only call cops if someone has died or overdosed, and that happens a lot.
You got no sheriff or nobody?
There is one, but it's a different world out here. We try not to get them involved. People will posse up before they call the sheriff out here.
Oh, you
There's,
got malicious.
you know how the mountains are? This is an island that didn't get a road to humanity until 1955.
Wow.
So this place is kind of lost in time. So it has been known to happen. I have seen cops on the island, but it's not a route that I want to be able to tell somebody, yo, back the fuck up. And they back the fuck up. Because it ain't just one. It's like I don't even make eye contact with people when I go out because you can't. They'll follow you home.
It's not. It's not one guy on the island that you can say, "Listen, I just need your voice."
I need what?
Your voice. Like I have as a friends that just that have agencies and they'll come get me so I can put my voice on their voicemail. It's a different response when you hear men.
Oh,
If a
oh,
he-
I understand.
if a
Okay,
man
yeah,
hears
I'm having a
another
blonde moment.
if a man hears another man, or better yet, if you had
I need to
you got
change my voice.
do you have outdoor speakers?
I have speakers that will definitely make some sound outside. Yeah.
Yeah, get a voice changer.
I showed this dude where the machete was, and he still tried to grab me. Is you
No,
can't
no, no, no. Just get a voice.
rationalize.
Now you get a voice changer. If it goes outside, if he comes to the door, the voice changer would be a man.
That's cool. I could have my kid record something because I've got my little camera that I can talk through, and I could just play his voice
Yeah,
on the.
and then have a
The
sound of
Machete
this,
is a lot faster.
and then have this, have a sound of this.
See, that's what I'm saying. Machete is a lot faster.
No, I'm
Breaks
saying
through his
the
windshield.
I'm talking just the sound effect of it all. Yeah,
I do
man.
have sirens on my alarm thing. That
Have you used
I
them?
don't know. This
But
dude is that dense,
the
though.
cops don't come, so he's like, you know what that
Yeah,
is.
ain't nobody stressing that out here. It would
Yeah,
take
but I
them
mean,
45 minutes to get here.
but if it's like if it's a man is less is more apprehensive to approach a woman
Right.
if she got a man there,
But
and then
that's
if he
still
said
not fair if you think about it.
not fair
Why
with you.
should I have to jump through hoops to make some dumbass listen? And it's not even about, it's about me handling it after I get pissed off because I'm going to get pissed off.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay. Is afterwards.
Yeah, it's the after that I need to control because I can't just make it go away just because I blew up. I sit and fester in it a while, and
Oh,
I hate it because I don't want to be festering in it a while.
okay. So if you cut your music on,
That helps.
cut your music, put the earplug in, have a meditative meditative moment. Just went off for me. The recording trigger is not.
Howdy.
All right.
My other one died. Sorry. I need to listen to that music you told me to listen to too. I quit doing that after the kid moved out, which that's going really well. He hasn't even asked for money. He hasn't asked to come home. Nothing in the last since the hospital.
So, but he just calls, say, just checking up on you.
Oh my God! Remember I told you that he called his best friend's baby died of SIDS. They did not die of SIDS. They are on. They got arrested this weekend for murdering their baby, second-degree murder. They were doing meth, and the chick, 20 years old, I told you about, was nursing the baby. She OD'd her baby on breast milk. They are under $1 million bond right now.
Whoa.
Blown away. It was all over every news station. It's like, I've known this boy since he was 8 years old. He loved this kid. Stephen went over there the night the baby died. I mean, it's his best friend. Stephen didn't say anything about meth, nothing, but then Stephen wouldn't, because I don't know if Stephen's still using or not. So, I mean, I can't believe I was so naive to not see it or recognize it for a year and a half, much less in his friends that it's like their whole lives. She's 20, he's 26. They're going to be in prison for 50 years. It's second-degree murder and second-degree murder without regard. And
how's he getting charged?
that's what I wanted to know. But they were together. They were in the house. Apparently, the cops, they said on the news it was drug infested. I've never been to their house. My kid has. But yeah, so they got them both because they both knowingly, I guess, were doing meth. And then I don't understand why you would breastfeed your baby. I've never been that addicted to something that I didn't think about my children. It's just, but I'm not 20 anymore either. So
right.
It's just,
you never been addicted to meth?
No. Although I would have
used
crack. I mean, I smoked crack for a couple of years, but
even then it was like on weekends, and I still got the hell away from it. I was terrified to try anything else after that. I know me. I would like it.
It cracked
You know?
Yeah, Memphis, white man's crack. That's
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't have white man money. But I mean, I was so naive as to not even recognize it in my own home. I mean, obviously, he never did it in front of me, but he
Right.
would do it and then be in front of me. I didn't know what I thought he was just bipolar, you know. But yeah, so all the advice you gave me, setting boundaries, you know, making distance, I feel 100% better. I know that no matter what happens to him, he is his own person, that it's really got nothing to do with me. But yeah, that whole being on trial for murder thing, I think they go back August 16th for their second appearance. But it's just breaks my heart. You know, their whole lives are gone. Their baby is dead. How do, you know, and it's like, why is this on my mind so much? You know, just, I have that much empathy for this kid. I mean, he's stupid. I want to smack him, but 50 years for a 20-year-old seems awfully life ending. You're never going to get
No,
past that.
he'd be out of 40.
I would not. If I was going down, they'd have to have me on death watch, because if I do something bad enough to go to prison, I'm taking somebody out. And it won't be an accident, and it won't be second degree. So.
Yeah, he get treatment. He obviously don't have a lawyer. I mean, but he'd be 40 years old before you get out.
Wow. Yeah, that was a shock. It was like, turn on the news, like, whoa. I thought the baby died of SIDS, man. So I need to write that book, I'm telling you. If I could sit down long enough. I can't even stay on tonight anymore, but thank you. And we will have a session soon. I will. It's 3.
2 more? 3 more?
3. Yeah, I got one on the 4th, one on the 26th, and one tomorrow. But then September, I ain't seeing anybody. If I die in September, I'm taking September off. So I'll be here or at the mountains, one or the other.
Okay, let me let you go so you can get your stuff done.
Yeah, I gotta bathe so I can go to the Wilmington doctor tomorrow. But thank you. I will try to breathe and block people out. Turn my
Right. I can reset. I forget which one I sent you. That's a 10-minute one or 20-minute one. Meditation.
I don't even remember.
But you have it, right?
It was the music thing you sent me. I don't even know if I got the meditation thing, but all the calming music.
Right.
I was listening to that. I've still got that in my playlist.
Okay. Yeah, play that. Yeah.
And if you sent me a meditation thing, I am Dane Bramage today. I've literally not stopped moving.
But if you know what
kicking my ass.
If you know the calming one, use the calming one. That put down.
I can go take a shower and put my calming music on right now. Right?
Yes.
Thank you. I will talk to you very soon. Get
right.
Appointment over with tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
I gotta figure out how to turn all this shit off now.
Hey, journeymen, journeywomen. This is the Hero's Journey, and we're signing out. Remember, help me help you so we can help others, because when you click subscribe, you share, you comment, what you do is you help me make a better tomorrow today, collectively. Go ahead and give me the thumbs up. And if you don't remember anything else, remember this. Every day you get up vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never move back. This is a hero's journey, but with Dr. D. Peace and blessings. And we are